guys, black belt time. Black belt, for me, I would easily tell you that I had a better development in my game and in my technique and in my stamina and in my understanding of the art from when I got the black belt to now than when I had the white to black. That I can tell you for sure 100%. It made me understand the whys of the techniques versus the whats. What's the new technique? How do you do it? I begin to understand the why. Why it works, why you do it, why you do this, why you do that. And when you get that, it's a very, very important step on your game. This is talking about technique. But guys, sometimes you get wrong. Sometimes everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Sometimes you think you know the person, but you really don't. But most of the times, the first thing I do when I get the black belt, it's not even only the technical level, but the attitude, the character, all those traits that don't depend 100% on technique. Of course, our criteria here is simple. You need to have minimum time. If you don't have the minimum time, I don't care who you are. You can be 10 times world champion. You can be a UFC champion. Doesn't matter. If you don't have minimum time, you won't get it. Simple. So, this is number one. Number two, I never give a black belt to a person that I don't feel my heart is a good person. We have tons of people here. Not everybody is a good person. Sometimes I may be wrong, but knowing these people, because to get a black belt, you get here for like 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I got to know guys a little bit. If I don't trust that person, if the person didn't change, or if I know for a fact that person is not a good person, you will die a brown belt. If you want to get a black belt, go somewhere else. Sometimes I make mistakes. We all do, right, Professor? It happens. Sometimes you think you know the person, but the mask falls. So there's nothing you can do. But anyways, I'm really proud and happy to see how this crew grow. And I always like to give black belts to people that started and will finish with us. I was never too much of a big fan to get people from other schools, especially the ones that leave the other schools and talk bad about the previous schools. It's always a red flag. Me, with my team in Brazil that everybody knows, and Gracie Barra in general, we are a team that we build our champions and our black belts in the house. And we're really proud of that. And I hope it keeps doing that way. All these here black belts are homegrown. And, whoa, great people. Great people. And if you're not getting your black belt today, some of you won't. It's for your best interest. I'm going to say it again. It will come on the best time possible. If it's not coming today, it will come on the best time possible. Trust me. A lot of people already here have the level, the technical level of a black belt. But there's a couple other details into place that we have to take in consideration. And by the hands of God, I have a great group of people. There's no bad seeds or not person in the brown belt that I really don't trust in here. If you're not getting it, you'll get soon. You'll get on the time that needs to come. And if you're not getting today and you think you should get it, you're not ready. It's that simple. If you live here feeling that you're a victim of injustice, you're not ready for a black belt. Alright, being said. Guys, black belts do a fast speech. Okay? Long speeches are boring. I know you guys getting bored with me, I'm talking a lot. But anyways, it's your time now, A2. I'm going to say a little bit of things, a couple of things about the new black belts. This guy did come from another school, but because he moved states. He came from a very technical school with an amazing attitude. This guy fit in right off the bat. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this person is a great example of, it's always a tricky thing to go from one school to another, but this person is a great example of how to do it successfully, the right way to do it.
Perfect, Professor. He came here as a purple belt, and he came here only saying great things about his last school. Came with a perfect mind attitude. Already really good in jiu-jitsu, but I'm not gonna be biased, but being biased, he improved a lot in here with us. He's one of the best training partners I have, and Professor too. He's light, technical, tough, hard to tap. Big hands to Mr. Alan Villaporta! And guys, the best hair. Always impeccable. Some of these guys, Professor Brandon, look, you put their belts on them. Look that they had this for a while.
Looks good.
Look at this.
I got it from Professor Brandon.
Professor Brandon, come here. Show you understand. Put the hand on the belt there. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Great, yeah.
Quick speech.
Whatever you want, my brother. Your moment.
No, I just want to say thank you, Professor Draculino, and especially Professor Brandon. Came here from another school. I fit in great. I love everybody here. One thing I learned from Professor Draculino is loyalty, right? I've always been loyal, and I generally feel like I belong here, right? And so, and I also thank Professor Brandon. He's my coach, but mentally we get along really well. So I just want to thank you, everybody here who's helped me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk about old school, right? Old school. Whenever I open my doors here in March 2008, this guy was already a blue belt from another school. Already with really good ability, always technical, always very smart and technical. And he's been training since then. Sometimes, you know, a little bit of layoff and got hurt, but always here, always helping. Always great for the community. You know, a good guy, really good guy, great guy. Super loyal as well. And he's going to get his black belt today too, an A2 please. Big hands to Mr. I'll say it correctly this time because I trained.
Come on.
Daryl Steinkler! Take it off. Professor Brandon, please. I wonder if your buddies, huh, Professor?
Yes, I need a picture of
He
your
put me a
eyes.
pressure to do that, but he didn't need to because he deserved it. All right. 1, 2. Peraí, irmão, deixa eu tirar aqui.
That's awesome. Thanks.
He plays in a band. He's used to have like thousands of people in front of him. He'll be fine.
No. This is scarier to me than training. I don't know what to say. It's an honor. I love training jiu-jitsu. I have since I first saw Gracie fight in UFC. That changed my life, made me love it. I'll always be here. You're never going to see me go away. Love you guys.
Oh! All right, guys, there is no other person on earth that can be bigger fan of this person than me. I am the #1 fan of this person. Talk about tough. Tough as nails. Talk about dedicated. Forget about it. What? Talk about the attitude of a black belt, the kindness, the service, the team mentality, the loyalty. Man, seriously, it's my honor today to give the black belt to this person. Again, I'm the biggest fan of this person ever. Big hands to Sandy Salazar!
Also a black belt baker.
She's black belt in a lot of things.
Only multiple degrees.
Yeah, there's multiple degrees in the
Multiple
kitchen.
degrees.
Best deep half guard in the house.
Master.
You heard that, Coach?
No offense, Ricky.
All I can say is thank you. I've been here over 9 years.
Yes.
9 years, and all the professors, coaches have never been, I mean, it's always been positive, great support, and you guys, y'all bring so much to the mat. We learn so much from you guys. Keep up the great work. Y'all are also very amazing. Thank you.
Guys, let me tell you something. Sandy is amazing. I'm biased, but I'm saying again, she is the real deal. All right, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up now. I'm still thinking here, real quick. What should I do? Are you sure Serge not here? Serge! Not here. Can you imagine the black belt day, the guy don't show up? Guys, real quick before I still think about it. Professor, I'm still thinking. Help me out. Professor Rapuru, help me out. Guys, you know how I got my black belt? I was training really hard for a competition. Then after training, I used to sit by the mats, and I sat like that next to my master, Carlos Gracie Jr. And I sat, and I was like, I'm tired. And then I was tired. Then I look at him. Imagine that Chuck is my master. I look at him, he looks at me and laughs. I was like, he keeps laughing. He's still laughing. It's like, Master, what's up? What's wrong? He goes like, I think you're ready for your black belt. Nobody heard, just me and him. So he gets a belt and throws it to me. And I was like, thank you, Master. That was it. I swear to God, it was like, no special moment, no ceremony. Then that day I said, like, you know what? Every single black belt of mine will have a ceremony. So he taught me a lesson right there. But you know, it was genuine. So, of course, I appreciate it, and I'm never going to forget. But, you know, I thought a little more about it. And I'm going to give one more black belt today. This student is old school too. Very dedicated, very loyal. We bump heads a lot because we work together. And also, I admire the fact that besides he's very tough on the mats, very technical, champion, Houston Open champion, a lot of other titles. But that guy, it was not doing his job the way I wanted during a certain time. So I asked her to come to my office. And I told him, sit down. They all get scared when I want to talk to the office. I don't know why. When I called them to the office, they all get scared.
The mouthpiece.
So they're like that. So they're kind of shaky a little bit.
No doubt.
He said, like, sit down. Man, what do you want to do in your life? What? What do you want to do? Oh, Professor, I mean, I don't know. I love being here. I love jiu-jitsu. I love all that. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you possibility of you to make your life a career as long as you dedicate and you show a good work. It's on your hands now. I'm giving you the possibility to be my main helper on the kids program of the school. This will change your life. It's on your hands. If you screw up, you're out. I put somebody else. Since then, him and the other guys, I can close my eyes, do whatever I want, that I know the kids will be taken care of. And now even more because he's going to be a professor in front of the program. So big hands to Berto Riva! Remember?
At least it didn't take you outside and close the back
black
door.
belt doesn't mean that you steal or you steal under my watchful eye. Professor Brennan. Picture, guys.
Tears are coming, it's burning. Feel the tears.
Say, don't cry, we're gonna make you cry.
Listening.
Man, I'm shaking. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Professor. It's a huge honor. When you had me start running the kids class, that was like the best day ever. I love running the kids program, and I love training with you guys. Everybody here is very special. Like I tell people a lot, we have people trying to be world champions. We have people just training just because they want to be in shape, and we're able to consolidate everything and be a big family, be a big team. And I just want to say thank you to everybody one more time, and thank you, Professor Strickland.
Alright guys, I think it's it. We're gonna wrap it up. I'm joking. Alright guys, I think pretty much everybody figured out. Listen up guys. Me too. Some people come into our lives in different ways, and it's all God's will. And long story short, this kid came to me, to my hands, with the blessing and the grace of his family, and pretty much moving to my house. He moved into my house. He came from Brazil. I know how it is in Brazil. I understand. And he came from a family that is lovely. Two of his uncles are my students for lifetime students. His mom and dad are amazing people. I know the family. So I know it would be a great, kid to be around. But I had to be like a father figure. I had to. And sometimes I was rough on him. And I'm still is. I still am, sorry. Because the kid came to live with me for like 16, 17 years old. He and my son Igor were really good friends, bumping headed each other, fighting each other, and then they mess up, and I do like this in both of them. But one of the most talented jiu-jitsu practitioners that ever came from my school. Professor Marcelo took care of my school in Brazil for how many years? How many years?
8.
Huh?
8.
8. Professor Marcelo was the head instructor, the chief instructor of Gracie Barra Tx for 8 years. And this guy started training with him. And I knew that if you train with him, it would be like training with me, because Professor Marcelo and me, I taught him, and he follows exactly what I do. And then he always told me about this kid. I said, man, that kid, man, he's amazing, he's tough. Man, he's like a yellow belt, and black belts don't pass his guard. And I remember I told Marcelo, come on, Marcelo. Give me a break. And then he came over, he was a purple belt. Till this day, I never passed the guard off this son of a gun. And I tried, and I tried, and I tried. And never. And now it's over. Now it's never going to happen, probably. But I can live with that. And he's a good kid, like a heart of gold. And, one of the toughest guys around. So I would call Lucas Valente.
Sorry for crying, guys, but this is something that I gave my life to. Was never a hobby, was always what I always wanted to do. And since I was a kid, my uncle pretty much kicked me into jiu-jitsu. He just put me into it. I didn't have a choice, and it simply was my life goal to become a black belt. And since the beginning, I have all the best guys by my side. I always have Marcelo, Professor Mauro, who was my first ever instructors. He was responsible for the kids program at a Gracie Barra BH, and then Serginho, Caloquinha, Draco, and this is realization of all I did in my life to get you here. So this is pretty much my life wrapped up in my waist. So thank you, guys.
Before we wrap it up, I didn't want to say this because it's kind of a sad thing, but we cannot, in respect to a couple of things. First, unfortunately, due to a terrible accident, we lost a team member of Gracie Barra Pearland a couple weeks ago. It was a girl, she was 14 years old, tough as nails. She did a boxing match in one event, and it was the best boxing match of the whole event. The event that Master Zuhair did, that event, she competed against another girl, she was 17, and Sarah was 13 on the day, and she unfortunately passed away. A great girl. It was a terrible tragedy. And I would like to dedicate this day for her, and also for one of the brothers that I had in my life that I was not a blood brother, but I grew up with, that yesterday was 10 years of his passing. He's a legend in Brazilian jiu-jitsu circles and MMA circles. Gracie, Professor Gracie. So he was one of my best friends, a brother, and also a partner in an MMA team that we just had launched back in 2007, and 2 months later he passed away. So I would like to dedicate this day in a positive note, in a good note, not in a bad or sad note, because some people do 1 minute of silence, that's respect. Some other people do other things, and I will try to do different, guys, like I always do, in a positive note. I would like to ask a big hands to Sarah and Ryan. They're looking us at the sky. Dedicate this day, and I dedicate this special moment to them. I'm pretty sure they're looking down on us here, and whenever God wants, we're going to see each other again. Alright? Guys and girls, it's not over yet. We're going to do our picture. Okay? How's the weather outside, guys?
Good.
It's possible to do a picture there, not very cold or not raining or nothing, right? Alright, so here's the deal. Aubrey and all the camera people. Let's go through this back door. Wait, guys, wait a little bit. Somebody opens the door wide open there for us, okay? So we're going to meet at the back of the property, okay? And then we're going to take this picture there. Make sure you put your shoes on. Guys, stop! Sit down! Sit down real quick, 2 minutes. As you can see, I'm a great planner. Alright guys, it's not just the black belt you're getting today. Exactly 3 years ago, we got the first 2 black belts of Gracie Barra, Texas. Every three years, those professors get their degrees on the black belt. And you know who they are. Professor Yuri, Professor Jeremiah. Big hands together. Guys, Professor Jeremiah could not be here because he's actually graduating in college just today. He called me 7 a.m. I woke up jumping. He said, "What's wrong?" "Professor, oh man, I would like to be there. I don't know what to do." I said, "No, man, do your graduation, no problem. It's not the black belt, it's a degree, so that's fine." But he's also getting his degree of the black belt. Big hands, Professor. Everybody out, let's take this picture there.
Hi guys, thank you for watching. Give this video a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, hit that button down below, and become a member of the Dente Tubarao.